Greetings, comrades. Saw this video from Vice uploaded about 9 days ago. It stars a trans artist who collected over 200 gallons of urine to make an exhibit to protest the election of Donald Trump. So let's hop right into it. I'm hyped. What in the fuck happened to your hair? You look like a young German lad. Come on, we're only a few seconds into this. You gotta give me time to warm up before you throw shit like this at me.
My name is Castles.
What a coincidence. My name is Drawbridges.
I'm a visual artist.
A visual artist? You're more like a visual artist.
But I'd say the germ of all of my work usually stems from some kind of live performance.
Your performance may be live, but I've never felt more dead inside. The most important part of pissing in a carton every day. You gotta wash your hands, get the spaces in between the fingers.
But for this piece, it's more of a durational performance. I've been...
Sweet mother of God. Oh, is that an entire fridge full of piss? This is unholy.
doing this particular piece since February 23rd of this year. So we're coming up close to a 200-day mark.
The 200-day mark? How many fridges do you have?
And that date is significant because it is the date that he who shall not be named
Really? I was blissfully unaware that Voldemort had a place in American politics.
rescinded an Obama-era order that allowed trans teenagers to piss in their bathroom of choice versus the gender that was assigned to them at birth.
Assigned at birth. Do you honestly think that a doctor looks at a baby and thinks, I really want to trigger this person 20 years down the line. Let me just misgender them real quick.
I have been filling about 4 liters a day.
Did you say an average production of 4 liters a day? I looked up the average 24-hour urine production, and that's about 2 liters. You are producing twice as much as the average person. Do you think it could be all that Kool-Aid you've been drinking?
So close to a gallon. So today's the last day of the collection.
Just a brief reminder that in order to prove to me, no Donald Trump, that you're normal and deserve to piss in the same bathroom as everyone else, you've decided to collect your urine in bottles for 200 days.
Which is a real relief because it sucks to piss in a bucket nonstop 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Yeah, I bet it must really suck to piss in a bucket, but, you know, Trump did pass that radical right-wing legislation that forced transgenders to piss in buckets. Also, those are not buckets.
And to carry your urine around on your back and like on ice is a bit socially awkward at times.
Why in the world are you carrying your piss around in public? You think people don't want to be around you because you're trans? Or maybe it's because you have a piss-ton pack strapped on your back.
So I'll be glad to have, topped off this durational performance.
Yeah, take my word for it. I think we'll all be grateful when this is over.
Yeah. As a trans person, it doesn't necessarily have all the signifiers to pass as male.
Hey, don't say that. I think people would have a much harder time identifying you as a female instead of a male.
Because I choose not to take hormones or have a double mastectomy. I present as a kind of confusion.
Yeah, you're confusing me, alright.
Sometimes in the bathroom. Sometimes I'll use the men's room, sometimes I'll use the women's room, honestly, wherever the shortest line is.
Don't you sit there and smile at me. You just said you'll go wherever the shortest line is. So you're telling me you admit that even you don't actually give a shit about which bathroom you use. You just want to complain about oppression when it benefits you, and then use either restroom when the cameras aren't on you. Huh? Good to know.
But there's certainly moments where you feel uncomfortable or super self-conscious.
Self-conscious? When you're carrying piss on your back? No.
And so I think this act of having to kind of hold your piss in many ways hyperperforms.
Well, I looked it up, and hyperperformance is not a word. You made that up, just like your pronouns.
This feeling that I think many people that are either gender nonconforming or outwardly trans feel on a daily basis.
Well, shit, no wonder the suicide rate in the trans community is nearly 40%. Just imagine having to piss 24/7.
All right, let's
What the fuck? When did Chucky's dad from the Rugrats show up?
go. My wife very reasonably put a limit on the amount of fridges I could keep at the apartment.
Yeah, see, I think 0 would be a reasonable number of piss fridges you can keep in an apartment.
And so what we're doing today is going around LA and picking up all of the urine that I've stored in my friends' houses.
I shit you not, you must have the greatest friends in the universe. Like, I'm trying to imagine asking my friends, hey man, can I store my piss in your fridge? My wife said I couldn't buy any more piss fridges for personal use after the first 10. Like, obviously they'd ask me why I need to store my piss, and even more obviously, I tell them, well, duh, because Trump.
And then send them off to New York City to be turned into a sculpture.
Nice. Stay classy, New York.
Let's do it. Okay. Yeah. This is like the very first bottle.
Did you really just say the first bottle? Could you not do one more take?
These are dark, yeah. Not too bad though. We're looting your archive.
Is there some kind of inside joke between these guys that I'm missing? Because while they're laughing about looting the archives, all I can think is what they're really saying is, hey, I'm coming by your place to pick up the piss I've been storing in your house for 200 days. XD.
Hi, Amelia.
Hey. So, it's on the move.
It's on the move. Unair conditioned.
Oh, well, thank God it's on air conditioned. You won't want your piss to freeze.
There's like a possibility of having like a disgusting black cube, but that's kind of cool as well.
Cool.
Yeah.
Or multicolored.
Yeah, multicolored.
I hate to tell you this, but a black cube would in fact not be multicolor. It would be monochrome in the color black.
Layered like a cocktail.
Of course, piss must be the best cocktail. It comes straight from the cock.
Tricky. Got it.
Fucking hell, I just gotta look at her arms and Jesus, I gotta say, she's pretty fucking swole. And I'm dead serious, I think it's from lugging piss jugs around town.
I'll get you this too.
Good. Thank you for allowing me
I'll
to.
store your pee anytime.
I'll store your pee anytime. Well, this is genuinely the most uncomfortable I've been in a long time. Bravo.
Appreciate that. Perfect fit. Okay. Right on.
I forgot I was watching a Vice video for a few seconds. I thought I was watching like a lost episode of Breaking Bad.
You're not really supposed to ship urine, so we have kind of kept it on the DL.
Literally admitting to a federal crime live on camera. But it's rebelling against the Cheeto Man, so it's okay. Hey, guys, turn the fucking truck around. You have no idea what you're getting yourselves into.
What kind of liquid is this?
It's just like clear liquid with some vitamins and a little bit of protein in it.
Oh, what kind of liquid is it? Oh, it's just clear liquid with some proteins and vitamins in it. Nothing to be concerned about.
So it's safe to drink?
Yeah, you could drink it.
Daily reminder that regardless of whether you're gender conforming, making someone else drink your piss is a dick move.
You could.
Jesus Christ, man, this shit's heavy as fuck. What do you think that crazy bitch keeps in here? Piss jugs?
They look so small in the big truck.
They really do.
Yeah.
If I had this image framed above my bed, I don't think I'd ever sleep again. Look how many of these people don't have piss jugs strapped across their back. What are they, white supremacists?
How are you feeling?
I am feeling anxious.
An overload.
Well, there's no harm in being anxious so long as you have a piss carton around.
Yeah, I think once we assemble everything and it works, I will feel good. The urine has been unrefrigerated for 5 days, and so that's a big part of my anxiety today is to whether it's managed to maintain stable enough.
I genuinely gagged when I first heard that sentence. And what do you mean if it's stable enough? Does urine decay? Does it have a half-life or some shit? And I think you should be a lot more worried about your mental stability than the stability of your piss.
For it to function in the way that I've envisioned for the sculpture. The first order of business is assembling this, the internal component
Miss Castles told me she thought I'd be really good at blowing stuff.
of the pedestal. Essentially what that is, it's a hacked refrigerator.
Slow down there, but I'm pretty sure you can't hack a refrigerator. However, you can hack your dick off and call yourself a woman, so welcome to 2017.
That will allow the urine to run through this filtration system from the glass cube and keep it a cold temperature.
Again, with all this discussion about keeping your urine at a certain temperature to preserve it, you sure seem interested in science for someone who believes that you can switch genders.
To allow for its preservation. It's beautiful. Yeah, so today we are going to empty the 200 gallons of urine into this custom tank.
Yeah, imagine listening to the order for the tanks. Oh, Sears, we're looking for a tank, but instead of holding water, we want it to hold piss. Do you have anything like that?
So, wish us luck. All right, let's do it.
Again, this looks like you're in a fucking meth lab. Anytime you have to wear gas masks to make an art project, you've done something wrong.
Here we go. Ready?
I want it to glow golden.
It's a nice color.
It's a nice color. Who the fuck is this man? And why isn't he off getting pissed on by Russian prostitutes?
Thank God.
On some level, this is a way of asking the question whose lives are deemed worthy and whose are disposable, whose do you flush.
Yeah, I filled this giant cube with 200 gallons of piss because I want to show that some lives are more disposable than others.
There is this completely sort of wild card aspect to the piece. Urine has never been preserved for this long.
Urine has never been preserved for this long before. You sound like you're David Blaine about to perform like a mind-bending stunt. You're filling a cube with piss.
As far as I know, ever. And so, working with a biochemist.
Has the biochemist told you you're a man yet?
Proteins can unravel, bacteria can grow. It's been really crazy, and a lot crazier than I had anticipated. And so to see this tank finally manifest is a tremendous relief.
Tremendous relief? I can only imagine you just took a 200-gallon piss.
This is not a choice.
Except for when the line for the other bathroom is longer, in which case it's totally a choice.
Everyone here that's spoken about me so hard and referred to me as a girl.
Just try to imagine that you're standing in front of 20 people and pissing into a jug while there's legal discussion blaring in the background and a camera pointed straight at your dick. Maybe it's time to rethink your life decisions at this point. Like you're one rung up the societal ladder from a Russian whore.
This is the first mistake, seeing as I very simply am not clear.
So I'm looking behind her, and I think I have an idea. Why don't we just build the wall out of piss jugs? The Border Patrol will be made entirely of transgenders like this, and the Mexicans, they'll be so horrified that they'll never come across illegally. Hey, thanks for the idea, Tranny Magoo.
I understand that it might be hard for some of you to look past biology and
I'll just put this out there.
Y or XX.
My dream, if there's any rich collectors out there, would be for them to purchase this cube and place it in front of Trump Tower.
This poor old guy. He probably has cataracts so bad he doesn't know what he's looking at. But since everyone around him is saying it's art, he thinks, oh, it must be fine art. Also, selling your piss cube for profit is pretty capitalist of you, huh? If I didn't know any better, I'd say you're a money-grabbing attention whore who sees Trump as your golden opportunity, no pun intended. But of course, I'm just a cis-white male, so what do I know?
Towers were installed as a new fountain adjacent to the White House property, perhaps.
Pass judgment on transgender, what a person claims to be.
Is it a success?
There was a successful breeding between Johnny Test and Bling Bling Boy to produce that blonde bitch in the
Depends
middle.
how you evaluate success.
Yeah, but most people don't use piss as a metric for success.
I feel like I've done my personal best. If it resonates, if it communicates, and if it moves people.
Oh, it moves people, alright. Moves them the fuck away from your exhibit.
That's the real success.
I'm just a human. I'm just a boy. Please consider my rights when you make your decision. Thank you very much.
I want you to consider my rights as another human being, and I want you to take this so seriously that to enforce the point, I pissed 200 gallons into a cube.
Thank you.
No, Vice, thank you, because that was one of the worst things I've ever seen. And just remember that this video is for entertainment purposes only, and that I really just wanted to take the piss out of this lovely lady. Peace.